like if... I was going to say if my mum died. She did. Wow. Okay. Right, now that I think the lawnmower is finally done, because naturally the gardener came to do the garden literally the second I sat down. I am running out of paranormal channels to do most popular videos too. I also needed a break from the bro, dude, kind of faking that come with Twin Paranormal and Sam and Colby. So, I thought we would take a look at ghost theory. I don't know when this video is coming up. I'm currently recording backlog, so I don't miss an upload when I get like really sick. So I don't know when this video is coming out, but I just put up a community post about other channels you want me to react to, because I am running out of ones that are like in my awareness, and I also don't know what you want to see. So drop your suggestions either down in these comments or go find that post or whatever. Anywhere. I read all my comments to put it anywhere. So all that being said, I thought we would check out ghost theory today. Yeah, I got nothing to say on that. So let's grab your tea or your drink or whatever you're drinking. So let's grab your drink. I have tea. You get whatever you want. And let's get into this. Puppies, you coming up? Hello, darling. No cuddles. Oh, I didn't do it properly, did I? Right, so we're on ghost theory and we've gone to most popular. And it is this one with 2.3 million views. That's a lot considering, jeez. And it's also not that long, which I love, because these 2-hour edits, like 2-hour raw footage edits, are getting to me. We left cameras alone in a haunted house. What we found is terrifying. In this episode, we decided to try something we haven't done for at least a decade. We left multiple cameras across a haunted and abandoned house in an attempt to capture any activity that may occur while we wait outside and freeze our tiny pathetic little balls off. Well, at least you're honest. Or am I not allowed to say that? Because I'm a debunker and that's bullying. Elliot also said he doesn't want to be a hot air balloon anymore, and that may be a disappointment for any cold water balloon enthusiasts who like to make fun of his bulbous appearance. We also decided writing these descriptions is very tedious and no one reads it. Anyway, I am reading it! It's just good for YouTube. Impossibly complex algorithm. I mean, it doesn't seem that impossibly complex to me, but sure. Curry, you can't dig it for later. That's not how it works.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Ghost Theory. We have come to an amazing time capsule location. We have been here a while waiting for it to get dark, listening out for some sounds, getting some cinematics and setting up some equipment.
First of all, as ever, let's have a look around. This place literally has everything left behind it. The guy who lived here, I think, must have died a couple of years ago, possibly even in this house. We don't know for 100% fact, but all the stuff is still here as if they still live here. But he certainly doesn't, which we'll be able to show why when we get to the other side of the house.
I'm not sure I agree with showing the family pictures, especially of children, but maybe that's just me.
The house.
Okay.
First things first, there is power. It's just the most ridiculous thing, isn't it, when you find an abandoned house? Who's paying for the power?
I mean, depending on how sick he was, sometimes you can get like, if he had to have medical equipment on like 24 hours a day or whatever, or like reliably, then you can often contact the electrical companies and be like, hey, I have this medical need, here's my paperwork, you're not allowed to turn my power off. And if nobody's told the power company that he's died, they're not allowed to turn the power off. I'm not saying that's what it is, like maybe somebody's paying for the power, maybe they just haven't turned it off for other reasons, but I just know that is a thing.
But it's almost like this is stuff from his childhood.
Benjamin Button. He was old but young.
Yeah. I might have found out his name was Benjamin as well.
Oh yeah.
I mean, tax disc from a car from 2008. But it's, like I said, it's got like kind of old children's toys, and this is actually a remote control tank. That'd be amazing if that still works. And what year is that from? They actually made it out of metal as well.
Wow.
I mean, that shows how old that is. These books look like they've been set up for urban exploring, but what's in here? Or is that the lid for that? Yeah. It's not an abandoned house without a Singer sewing machine, is it?
No. We get them in so many.
Cover that up. There's some stuff over there as well. There's lots of baby pictures, like old baby pictures, as in the pictures are of babies that are now old pictures, not old babies.
Again, I don't know how I feel about like fair enough, like film it, zoom in on it, but like blur it out, like at least the face. I don't know. I'm very weird about showing kids on the internet just generally, and I know that these children are now no longer children, they are grown up, but I don't know how I feel just generally about showing family pictures of, or showing pictures of people that you don't have permission to share. Like, if my mum died, she did. Wow, okay. If my mum had been living alone when she died, and then urban explorers broke in to her house, assuming I hadn't done anything with it, like it was abandoned, and they broke into her house, and they're panning round and showing baby pictures of me, like, I'm not okay with that. Or like baby pictures of my sibling. I'm not okay with that. Like, I understand wanting to film and document these things, but I feel like people get so caught up in chasing the paranormal that they forget to respect the living. And I think that's a problem.
If we go into here, this is a creepy ass corridor connecting all the rooms. It is a bungalow. You can see that there are a shitload of cobwebs and all the wallpaper is peeling. So this has not been sort of looked after for a very long time.
I haven't looked at the bathroom.
Well,
we got told off in the last episode for looking in the bathroom, so...
Okay, well, there's the bathroom. I won't show you the toilet.
I'm going to show it anyway. Just to protest. Look, I'm going to get all 3 cameras on it. There we go.
I enjoy the spite. Like, I would be the same. Like, I'm just waiting for the day I get told that I'm just a debunker who has no credibility or whatever, because I'm just sitting in my house at my desk. I have a plan for a response to that, but I need somebody to come at me first. It's gonna happen eventually. Probably not until I've got a couple of 1,000 subscribers and I'm actually relevant, but it'll happen eventually.
Oh wow, that is creepy. I mean, clearly the main bedroom before the gentleman was moved into the living room for care.
Yeah.
Oh look, I mean, old trunks. You've got these pictures as well. They actually seem very religious, and on that one especially. I wonder if there's one behind it that... Yeah, okay. So I wonder if they were religious.
What's that noise? Other than the M42 out there. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in a place that run down, it could be mice, rats, other rodent-esque creatures. It could be anything. That site is so contaminated. You can see it just like looking at it. Oh, the washing up still on the draining board. That's so sad. Is it just me that just wants to go into these places and like clean them up? I'm not sure my health could handle that, but I would love to just be able to like go into these old abandoned places and just like clean everything up and box everything up, and I don't know. I struggle with empathy. I have way too much empathy. It's a problem. The empathy doesn't necessarily extend to the living, but children, the dead, and animals, way too much empathy. I don't know. It makes me really sad. Also, completely off topic, this whisk, you know that still works. Like, it's fucking ancient. It's outlived its owner, but you know it still works. Things that were made back then were made to last. Now everything's made to break. No, there's like my beaner on the side still. I wish there was a service or like a company that had the rights to like go into like if a property is abandoned for X amount of time, they have the right to go in, clean it up, refurb it, and then either sell it or rent it out or something. I don't know. Abandoned buildings make me so sad because like homes are meant to be lived in, and there's also a housing crisis, so I don't know why we're letting all these buildings rot, but there should be some sort of agency or plan in place for abandoned buildings, I feel, because this is just heartbreaking.
It actually sounds like someone's in that room. What the hell? I mean, there isn't. Should we just look in here now? We're in here.
Wait.
I mean, there is.
I'm trying to look at the... Okay, it's unlocked here, so... No, it does look like it's locked. So that would be the catch. That would be the lock. Yeah. It's such a stupid thing to fake, but I don't trust people with anything anymore, like...
I mean, there isn't. Should we just look in here now? We're in here. And again, more signs of an older person living here. I mean, they didn't even get to put the washing up away. It's just unbelievable. Still got washing in the washing machine. They didn't even get time to take the washing out. It's just insane.
Yeah.
Still sugar in the bowl. It actually looks like they were about to make a cup of tea and something happened. Well, they got like the tea and the coffee or whatever out.
Yeah.
Spoon inside here, but nothing inside it. The sugar's open and everything. It literally is as if someone's just started to make a cup of tea and then that was it.
Felt bad and...
Yeah. What an absolutely amazing place. Oh wow, look at all these photos too. So we've actually figured that this guy would have been a farmer. They actually had their own business.
Yeah.
It was his name, surname, which we won't say, and Sons.
Yeah.
So, but these are actually pictures of the house, look. I presume these are their old cars and tractors and things. That's amazing. Oh my word. Look at that. That's him, stood here.
Wow.
Just where I can hear the noise as well.
Yeah, I'm not really sure we should be showing. I don't know, it's a tough one. I do respect them for, like, not saying the name, though, of the company. But they're both not saying the name of the company, but then showing all the pictures. I don't know. Again, could have showed the picture, but blurred out his face. It just feels weird to me. I might be alone in that, and that's fine, but, yeah.
The house has barely changed.
It hasn't, has it?
Isn't that just an amazing image? Do you know, the room we're about to go in, I think actually has the Polaroid camera that these were taken with.
Wow.
I think it's in there.
Oh yeah. Right there, set up on the table. I wonder if it still works. Again, more photos of them at the property as well. They cared a lot for this place. Main living room. And I've got a feeling that that was definitely the deathbed. You can't tell. It's just a feeling. But it's set up the way, you know.
We obviously can never know for sure if someone actually died here, because it might have been a case of that something happened and they were rushed off to hospital really fast.
Yeah.
They might not have actually been here, but the fact that everything is still left like this makes you think that there wasn't a family. So the only people that would have been caring here would have been carers, but we might find something here actually which has to do with the carers.
Yeah.
And it might be the fact that we might find that he refused care and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
And maybe didn't want people here, and he might have wanted to die here alone. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
Some people.
I do like that they're actually talking through the potential options rather than just being like, no, that was his deathbed, he definitely died here, blah blah blah. They're actually being realistic about how this could have gone.
It might have been that his wife also died here and wanted to die in the same house. It's a brutal subject, but it is just how it happens, isn't it? Do you think that they were his children, or...
I have one of these. My nan had one and I loved it as a kid, so I ended up buying one, and then my son broke it and it smashed all over the floor and I was really upset, and then I got another one. But yeah, I love these things. Anyway, not important. Again with the family pictures though.
Potentially his wife or something?
I don't know, because obviously I think that's definitely newer, the way the photo is developed. I think that could have been his wife.
It could be a wife and child, and that's why they're like this, but then
Yeah.
if they had a child, then why is this house like this?
Well, there's a picture over there that I've seen of someone graduating. That could be one of the sons.
Well,
because-
there's another child here.
Yeah.
Oh, here, they were married, or at least together, 50 years together.
Yeah.
At University of West England. So I reckon that was one of the kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. That's the same person. That one and this.
Yeah.
That's the child, and that could be the same person that graduated there. They do look quite similar, actually. Yeah.
And then this on their wedding day.
No, I don't. This level of pictures as well. Like, if it was just one or two, like, and like a slow pan round, fine. But they are actively going out of their way to show all of these pictures, and especially of the potential son that is probably still alive. No, it's just it's making me feel icky. I don't like this.
Well, that's the son.
Is it?
I think that's the son. Yeah.
So maybe. Well, it's impossible to know. Let's sort of ask.
Yeah, that's a
We
good
can
idea.
try and get questions answered that way. I just want to get a closer look at this because I find it's harrowing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just you can't explain it, can you? When you walk into a room like this that's abandoned. I mean, it's just how's the DVLA stuff just there? Do you know what I mean? It's like they just with a click of a fingers just disappeared.
Became non-existent.
Yeah.
Or are they?
Well, I guess that's for us to find out.
That's our question, isn't it?
So we were sat down in the living room for maybe an hour to an hour and a half, just waiting for rush hour to go, wait for all the traffic to die down. Then we started hearing some noises, we started recording, and then this happened. Do you want to explain what we're doing?
Basically, we've been waiting for the traffic to stop, which it doesn't seem to be. But we've been waiting about an hour now, and we're not really set up, but we've just heard some really strange noises.
The traffic is just really annoying.
That's what you get when you investigate in a house next to a main-ish road. What did you expect?
Go into night vision.
Yeah.
What even the hell makes a sound that loud? That isn't something living.
That's definitely not.
You mean that isn't something living? Anything could have knocked that. Like, we don't even have to be talking a person either. Like, a mouse or a rat could have run across the flipping plates and clinked them. Wait, is that what happened? I can't remember. It's like something went boom, and then the plates clinked. If his camera wasn't swaying, I would have said he could have put it down and done it himself. I mean, there's always the mystery third person option. I think they've been accused of that several times. I'm just trying to think of like an explanation that isn't mystery third person. It's just the way they went. Oh, nothing living made that noise. It's just like, really? Okay. Like, you didn't even attempt to look for a mundane answer first. It was just literally like, nothing living made that noise. Come on.
There's definitely not anybody here as well.
No, we know there's no one here. And no one can come in either. I mean, it was like, fuck, I don't like being out here on my own.
You're barely on your own. Your mate's right next to you.
There was like a vibration. It was almost metal sounds, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, we have been hearing all sorts since we've been here. But then it just started to like ramp up.
And so you got none of it on camera prior. And the second you go into night vision, the way they went into night vision was kind of shady in the first place. It sort of gave me, oh, somebody's going to see me vibes because they had the lights on. But they hadn't cared about that at any point prior to right then. I don't know, it's just something in the flow and something in the script of the video isn't sitting right with me. Something's off. I don't know, I just get that sense that I'm being lied to. And I don't always get that with the fake channels. Like, I know Twin Paranormal are full of shit, but I didn't get that vibe, that feeling that I was being lied to with them, for example. Because they have a good narrative flow. Like, they over communicate and they have a good so everything flows kind of nicely. Like, you can see where it's going sometimes, and they're very predictable, but they don't omit information or say things that don't necessarily make sense all that often. Whereas these guys, it's not adding up, it's not making sense, and I've got that I'm being deceived feeling in my chest.
That's incredible. Where the fuck did it even come from? Like, the first bit sound.
What do you mean, where did it even come from? You heard a plate chink, so the kitchen. Especially considering you opened the kitchen hatch, so you kind of knew it was the kitchen anyway. Or at least suspected it was the kitchen. Like, unless you've seen plates laying around in any of the other rooms. Also, with how close it is, it doesn't make any sense that you don't know where it came from.
I did lie. Did you shut that door? I've not shut any door. I promise you I've not shut any door. The door was nearly shut. Hello? Are you able to make a noise to communicate with us?
What? I literally heard nothing. I even turned my volume up and I literally heard nothing.
Oh, the traffic is making this so hard. There was a knock in the corner.
Yeah. Can you copy me?
Sounded like the kitchen again. It's interesting that they haven't actually gone into the kitchen. That they shined the camera through the hatch, and then they acted like they didn't know where the noise came from, and now they're in a different room, and then there's another noise in the kitchen again. Or at least it sounded like the kitchen. Yeah, suspicious guys.
That was in the living room, was it not? Or in the kitchen? I'm actually going to shut this door, because so much sound comes through there.
Do you think that was in here?
Either that or the kitchen.
Oh, and not back into the kitchen. I see why people think they have a third person. They've come out of the living room, which is at the end of the corridor. They've gone past the kitchen, into another bedroom. Another noise has happened, sort of kitchen, living room area. They've come back out, past the kitchen, which would have made more sense to check that first. Or divide and conquer, you have two cameras. And so now, and they've gone straight into the living room. So whoever was potentially in the kitchen can nip out and up and out of the way, so that when or if they do go into the kitchen, there's nobody there. Have they gotten any better at their narrative, like their video? I'm not saying that the videos are scripted, but like their narrative, their timelines, their sort of how they sequence their videos, or are they still this sketchy like a year on? Right, I briefly got up to go put my dinner in the slow cooker, making stew. So I'm now going to get tortured by the smell of that for the rest of the day. And that's going to make me hungry. But that did mean that I also disturbed the cats, and now they have zoomies, which you can probably hear.
I don't think anything has changed.
What was the guy's name? Ah, Ronald. His name was Ronald.
Oh.
Or Ron, I think people would have called him.
Ron, are you here with us?
I mean, now we probably have enough information to actually track down this guy and his family. You've shown family pictures. You've said that he was a farmer and it was something and sons. And now you've said that his name was Ron. And you've also said that you're near the M42, I think it was. And you've shown the outside of the house. So, I mean, at this point, you might as well have just said his surname, because it's not going to take 5 minutes to look it up, is it?
What is that sound?
Is it dripping?
Can you hear that? Ding, ding. Is it now back in there?
Hello? We are calling out to the spirit.
Anybody else notice they're not showing themselves moving around? It's just like they were both together, now they're not, then they're together again. We're not seeing them moving around. Also suspicious in my book, because you can make engaging videos. Like, these guys are very, very similar to, not an insult, these guys are very, very similar to someone like the Ouija Brothers with the low, calm content. And the Ouija Brothers are constantly like showing themselves wandering around and everything because they've got nothing to hide. So why are we not seeing these guys wandering around? If you're actively investigating a noise as well, then I'm sure your viewers would want to see you wandering around and like actively trying to find it and investigate it. But we're not getting that. It's so disjointed. I can't believe these guys went to film school or whatever the hell it was, because this is awful. Like, in terms of production, this is terrible.
Spirit of the man or the woman who used to live here. I'm getting screaming house vibes.
Yeah, I know, that gives me chills.
Yeah.
If that door now doesn't open... We're safe. Oh, well, why does it smell so different in here now?
Oh,
doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, that's musky.
It smells like sweat and...
It's
that's
warm.
really odd.
It's warm in here.
Yeah. Like, we've been sat in here for a long time as well, and that did not... Well, one, it hasn't been caused by us, and two, didn't smell like that earlier.
Okay. So far, we've been getting some really interesting activity, so we thought that we would try something we haven't done in about 11 years.
Right, so this is something we've never done on this channel before. We actually did this about a decade ago when we first started exploring and doing paranormal videos. Now, a lot of people have also asked us to do this in the recent year or two. We're going to leave cameras all throughout the house, and we're going to leave. So we've got one facing this room. We also have another camera facing the kitchen. It's just in the little hatch. We've also got the zoom here, which was very popular in our last investigation, actually. People really like that. It's essentially, hopefully, going to pick up any EVPs that are in this room. And this is obviously by the bed that he potentially died in, we don't know. But that's the reason why that's there. There's also another camera in the room where we think the door may have shut. Don't know what caused it, but if it happens again, we may capture it with that camera. And there's also a camera right down the end of the building, facing throughout the corridor. But it's all to be able to hear, hopefully, any sounds that happen in this building when we're not here.
Yeah. So the idea of this is that our presence may stop any potential activity from happening. If there are spirits there, they might want to just get on with their day. It also stops any noise pollution from us, so we thought it's a really good experiment to do. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to head outside. We're going to probably spend about 40 to an hour outside. So yeah, we're going to leave it all running and let's go.
Yeah, let's just go get frozen to death outside.
Yeah. What's with that, especially like the whole cinematic where the camera's pointed at him specifically, and the whole documentary series. But camera's here, and I'm going to talk this way, like I'm having a conversation with somebody. But the camera's here, and I'm supposed to be talking to you. Look, what is this? I don't understand that. Is that a film school thing? I don't get it.
Another thing I wanted to do is we actually just bought this, which is an EMF pump. Makes a slightly irritating sound. How would you turn it on? Oh, there we go. An EMF pump is essentially just designed to pump out some electromagnetic frequencies into the air and essentially give the spirits more energy. We always use K2 meters or sometimes use K2 meters, and that picks up the electromagnetic frequency, which supposedly the spirits can either speak through or that is them as they are that form of energy potentially. So we thought maybe if we use this and put it in one of the rooms, it can pump out the energy into the room, and then the cameras will pick up any activity from the energy that gives the spirits. Now, one thing to also point out as well, it's nowhere near the K2 meter. It only pumps out energy maybe 30, 40 centimeters away from it. So it would never ever affect any of the equipment that we've got in the room or the building at the time. I'm gonna leave that in there just in case it was potential.
I'm sorry, what? Okay. Alright. I got another cup of tea, because life be lifing. For once, it's not the channel stressing me out. It's just my life. But anyway, let's carry on with this. We've got like 15 minutes left.
Actually something that moved this door. And then leave that like that, so it has the potential to move. Just, you know, even if it's wind.
Alright, yeah, I was supposed to be... I paused it when I got that notification because I was reacting to the EMF pump. Okay, EMF pump. I'm still so fucking confused, to be honest, because if it's pumping EMF out into the air, then surely it could... I don't know how EMF travels, is the thing. But in my mind, if you're pumping EMF out into the air, is it just gonna, like, stay here? Or is it gonna drift? Because them saying it's not gonna affect the K2 meters and the EMF meters or whatever, That doesn't sound... What? I'm confused. Like, if you're pumping something out into the air, then surely it can... drift. Guys, help. Am I being thick? The thing is, my comprehension level is quite low today. So I am getting frustrated and overwhelmed at very, like, small things because I just don't understand. I have fibro. So sometimes I'm, like, really good at comprehension and sometimes I'm just like, what? And this is very much a what kind of day. Like, it's not as bad as it can be, but, like, if I get really, really bad comprehension levels, I'm like, I can't form sentences coherently. And I'm doing alright with that at the moment. But so I genuinely don't know if what they're saying makes 0 sense or if I'm just being a bit thick. And you're probably not going to see this video for like a month. So what the fuck am I doing? I'm going to have my existential crisis here. You let me know what you think down in the comments. And we'll reconvene in like a month for me and basically immediately for you.
Okay.
Notice how they're not proper timestamps and they've just shoved a timestamp on screen. We don't know that the time they've put on there is the time it actually is. Just saying. Well, that noise is annoying as shit. I'm sorry everybody for your ears. I had to suffer too, so you can suffer with me. Oh, there's still a towel on the radiator. Oh, that's so sad. Oh no. Did that sound like talking to anybody else? It's either a TV or I can hear them talking outside. Oh no, not the off-camera bangs. What are we ever gonna do? Okay, so it's not the TV. I think I can just hear them talking outside. How convenient. At 2222 as well. Okay, at least they specify that the talking outside is them. But they probably should have done that when we first heard them, not now. Technically, you can only hear one person talking outside. So one of them could be talking outside and the other one could have come in, hidden somewhere and gone, oh.
I am starting to get hypothermic now, I should go back in.
Oh, that jump scared me. Some warning, please. You shoved your voice over B-roll after being silent for ages. It's the scariest part of this video, not the fucking ghost.
Got to be in over an hour, surely.
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens.
Over an hour? I mean, it could have been over an hour, but they didn't show much footage. Like, you could have shown it on like 2, 3, 4 times speed and then slowed it down if anything notable happened. Don't have to do that, you can just cut your footage out, but my point is, it just, with how it's reading and what they showed, and I guess it is very hard to judge time in videos like this when so much is cut out, but there wasn't a lot of B-roll for leaving the cameras inside for an hour. Maybe they did, it's not the vibe that I'm getting, and I can't judge people purely on vibes because like I could be wrong, but I don't know.
Or would we just stop everything recording then? Just
What we could do is call out now. So you can actually see by these shots that the experiment was pretty successful. We did catch some amazing stuff. However, it doesn't mean that everything that we caught was paranormal. Some of it could be explained.
we also have absolutely no idea if the EMF pump actually made any difference. Thinking back, what we should have done is did an hour with the EMF pump and then an hour without it to see if the activity changes or if any differences in what's happening inside the building. It's just something we can try again in the future.
Overall, we seem to pick up on a lot of banging and movements, and you could even hear a voice that came from the living room, which was also picked up.
But that level of... I honestly didn't really see much of a difference between the activity when they were in the house and the activity when they were out of the house. Also, that level of activity, if it was legit, the paranormal community would be losing its mind, just like they did over the I Love You care home. and the whole fucking pram gate thing that's going on. Like, even if it's not legit and there can be a mundane explanation, there would be like a call to arms over a particular bit of evidence. And there isn't that really with any of this. Like, a camera being pushed over. Can we just talk about how I've paused this on 24:24 and now I've paused it on 25:25? Like, that doesn't mean anything. It's just like weird. Anyway, it's just a camera being pushed over, whether mundane or not, would take the paranormal community by storm. That's not a small interaction when you really think about it. And there was no call to arms. There was no, hey, can you help us debunk this? There was no, well, I mean, I haven't finished watching the video, to be fair, but I've been in the paranormal community for a good couple of years and I don't remember anything about this. So it's just suspicious to me. I mean, it was suspicious to me anyway because of how it happened. It was just the very sort of like, okay, but you know, even if that was an isolated incident, nothing else happened really. That was an isolated incident. I don't know. I can't words good right now. I don't know. Maybe editing me will be able to help me out.
Tap on the zoom. Okay.
Surely, if you've got a fucking EVP device set up in the house, you would either not be talking or you would go slightly further away so that it can't pick you up. You should not, if you're leaving your cameras alone inside the house, you should not still be able to hear you from inside the house. And both on and off of the EVP recorder, we could hear you. Just my opinion.
Are there any spirits here who wish to communicate with us?
The fridge is on.
Was it on before?
It must have been.
Could it explain some of the noises maybe?
That's what I was thinking. But, like, I don't know.
That was weird. I'm just going to stand there in frame and then go, oh, the fridge is on. This feels like a low-budget indie film. The acting in this is horrendous. They're not behaving like normal people, having normal interactions. Like, sometimes they are, but you can really tell the difference between when they're acting and when they're just being normal. It's such a stark contrast.
The Big Bang? Is that like fridges?
Yeah. Or ice. Maybe it's ice falling.
Oh, no, it's like a fucking iceberg.
Yeah. Ron, are you here?
Was there just knocking noises in that room? It was just boom, deeper. In here, I'm sure it's certain of it. Wasn't me, because it's concrete floor. It's that I'm going mad. Hello? Ron, is that you? The fuck was that? It sounds like...
Sounds like what?
What?
I'm not fucking moving.
What do you mean you're not moving?
Look at the camera. Camera.
Oh, fuck.
It fucking fell.
I've dealt with fear a lot and I've seen lots of different people be scared for different reasons. Or just levels of scared, like terrified, freaked out, weirded out. He does not look scared. He is acting a lot more scared than he looks. This is so funny. This is embarrassing.
What?
I'm not fucking moving.
What do you mean you're not moving?
Look at the camera. Camera.
Oh, fuck.
It fucking fell.
Fuck.
Oh, it just so happened to fall in the pile of soft stuff, so you didn't break your camera. So it wasn't even on even footing. If it was in that pile of crap, if you're setting up a camera, move the stuff. Was that stuff even in the hallway? I'm gonna have to check back earlier in the video. Was that stuff in the hallway before? I don't remember it. It doesn't mean it wasn't, but I don't remember it. Oh no, is that in the bathroom doorway? That stuff was on the floor there. What a weird place for a camera.
Is it okay?
It's still recording. Should we play it back?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, is that camera even on a tripod? No. What do they do? Just sort of balance it on the side? That makes the wobble even weirder though. Because if it was just sitting flat and it was gravity, it would just sort of go bloop, and it didn't. So it's almost like they, and even like if it was paranormally moved, it might like shift flat, but like shift flat. It's not gonna wobble. The wobble is like it's standing on a tripod and you're pushing it and the whole tripod's wobbling. So it's almost as if they literally just picked it up and sort of went, It's not gonna, am I being thick? It's not gonna wobble on a flat surface. If I'm wrong, someone will tell me.
Right, okay, let's just show you what that was on. Right, it's not exactly the steadiest thing on earth. Okay, but that's been in here for an hour. What we heard in the living room, we actually thought was the sound of the camera falling off the door. Obviously we didn't put that together at the time because it was only once we saw it on the floor did we put the sound and that together. But it was actually only during the edit where we realised that the camera had actually fallen off way before and during the time that we were outside.
So the camera was quite stable on the handle.
Wait, they put the camera on the door handle and then they're shocked that it fell off into the pile of towels or blankets or whatever it is underneath it. Oh, fuck me. That wasn't a ghost, that was fucking physics. You can't put a camera on a door handle generally, but on a rounded door handle and then be surprised when it falls off.
But it wasn't the most stable it could have been, so there is a possibility that it did just slide off over time.
Believe it or not, we actually had no idea that the camera had fallen off while we were outside. We come in and we actually look down that corridor, but it is a completely pitch black corridor. The camera only has little infrared lights on it. It was actually the bigger light that we have, which makes it even more miraculous that we didn't see it. But it is literally just these little red dots to us. It obviously, unless you're looking through a night vision camera, you can't see any light coming off it at all. It was only once Elliot looked out down to the end of the corridor after we had heard that sound did he notice that the red lights were on the floor and no longer on the handle. And that's when we kind of put everything together, but we were technically wrong. It didn't happen at that point, it happened before, but even so, the camera falling off is still quite incredible.
No, it isn't. It's gravity.
What was that?
I don't know, but it was right to my left. It sounded like the bed moving.
I'm going to shut this because of the sheer amount of noises coming through there.
Honestly, if that door is giving an audio leak because of the road, then it should have been shut for the entire time and not just when it was convenient to you.
Do you know, I haven't noticed a car go past for ages. No. It was like the whole time was just like in silence.
What if the clocks are correct? It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Also, wasn't there a car going past like literally right? I swear I've had traffic this whole time. Oh, they shut the door because of the fridge. Okay, fair. But if the clocks are correct, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, so... Fucking 31. What is it? Oh my god. It's probably nothing, but it's weird that I keep pausing the video or noticing that the video is paused on duplicate numbers.
Are you here with us now? Can you use your voice?
I'm going to go turn my torch off just in case. I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to turn my torch off.
We say it every time.
I'm not saying this, people, but I am turning my torch off just in case, because there's some weird noises.
The noise though. Okay, the reason why we're now saying that there might be people because that just sounded like car doors on the outside.
Let's just stay here in this room.
Gotta ramp up the drama for the end of the video, otherwise the retention will drop off. That's probably really nitpicky. That might not be it at all, but I personally didn't hear shit.
If there's a spirit with us, we ask you to make contact just while we are here in this house. We've come searching for answers about life after death.
Also, with how loud that road is, if there actually was a car and you heard doors, one, the doors would have been a lot louder than that. And two, you would have heard the car pull up. You hear anything on that road so clearly. So maybe my joke about the audience retention and got to ramp up the drama at the end of the video was correct. Because we just didn't hear that.
Can you touch the black device that we've left on your table?
So I really enjoyed this investigation, and it's one of my favourites for a long time.
Honestly, for that like 20 seconds, I just want to cut that out, but sure.
A lot of it is very weird. It can be explained, but I think it's kind of that middle ground type of investigation, because it's weird, things are happening. Can it be explained? We're a bit mixed in the middle, because a lot of it can, perhaps a lot of it can't.
Then explain it, because you've explained shit.
Especially at the beginning when we were startled by very loud noises coming from the kitchen.
I think in terms of urban exploring, this has got to be one of the best locations we've done. It's incredibly harrowing, a really upsetting location. There's clearly been lots of misery in that house, but before that was a really nice, happy, loving home when you look through some of the photos. Now, in terms of paranormal, I think the vast majority of the sounds can be explained by the fact that there are potentially rats in the loft. I think one of the sounds that we heard when we were in the corridor and I jumped, I think that was just a rat in the loft. And then you've got the sound of the fridge making lots of noises. That fridge has been on for years with no maintenance. And I think when you just combine everything together, there's a high potential for some of it to be paranormal, but I think actually a lot of it can be explained just through the random appliances and creatures living within the house.
Can it be explained? Can any of it be... Oh no, sorry, I'm facing you. Hang on, give me a minute. Can any of it... Like, is any of it actually paranormal? I can't do this. Composure. Is any of it paranormal? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't really see or hear anything that couldn't be explained. This feels so stupid. I can't do that. But yeah, I didn't see anything there that could have potentially been paranormal, really. I think it was gross oversharing and a blatant disrespect for the living and their privacy. But yeah, I don't really know. How am I nearly at 2 hours of footage when this video was like 20 minutes shorter than a normal one? Fuck me. This was supposed to negate the 2-hour edit. Fine, okay, it is what it is. I guess I have to accept my fate. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. If you have anybody or anything you want me to look at particularly, please let me know. I'm running out of ideas or channels at the very least, at least at the time of recording. I'd like to get sort of like a list of things that I could do that you guys want, because while I want to make content that I want to make content that you guys want as well. So like, I think a healthy balance would be a good thing here. So I upload a paranormal video every Wednesday. Hello, Wednesdays are our day. And then if you're into Sims content, I do like spooky kind of Sims builds on a Saturday. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Go check out my other videos, see if there's anything else that takes your fancy, anything else that you like. And that, I will leave you to the rest of your day. I hope it's a good one, and I will see you next time. Bye.